go down to Rome. So when you're a mock draft 9,572 like we are, you have to go down through all various scenarios. Now, with the Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins, it's pretty clear that the Falcons tampered with the Tin Pot Waffle House dictator, right? Kirk openly admitting that he spoke to the certified athletic trainer as well as the PR staff for whatever reason before the start of the new league year. It's a violation because the legal tampering window is for agents and the team only. So the player can't be in contact with support staff. Right? Just can't do it, can't happen. And if we're going to live in a society, we need to have rules and rules enforced. Now, would the Vikings get some draft pick compensation from this? It's possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Is it more likely that the league just taxes the Falcons, takes away a draft pick? Probably. But what if? What if the league says, the Vikings, you are aggrieved, and the Falcons, and all the sinners of the world shall be brought down with vengeful fury from the heavens? Or Goodell swaps draft picks from them. I don't know. But let's say best case scenario, because that's what we want to do. So say that the Falcons are forced to swap 8 and 11. Now, if they do this, I don't think it'll be right before the draft like the Cardinals and the Eagles. I don't think it'll be on draft night because this is a big deal. This is swapping 3 spots in the first round. So I think this would happen sooner rather than later. And just for schnitz, we'll say 74, their third round pick, swapped out for the Vikings at 129. Force this trade. And thou who hast sin shall do hast punishment. I don't know. Anyways, so now the Vikings are sitting with 8 and 23 in the first round. Third round pick, we're back. We're so back at 74, 1 away, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we're going to do another trade. Now, the problem with that we've seen with the PFF simulator is that if we slow this down, it will stay slow the entire time. Like the speed that you start the draft with is the speed that remains. So unless we want to go in a snail's pace, we ain't going to do that. So we are going to make a move up. So we're going to say win, play, show 1, 2, 3 is going to be quarterbacks. It is what it is. But we will make the minor move up to the Chargers at 5. Now, like I said, this would be a move that is done in draft, but, All right, so for third. All right, so 5. All right, so moving up 3 spots, we're giving a future first rounder as well as a 5th. Offer trade. Oh, not going to force this trade. Offer trade. Enhance. Oh, we're in. How much to move up to 3 now? I'm just kidding. Start the draft. All right, so, ultra spicy up at the top. So, Caleb Williams at 1, Drake May at 2, J.J. McCarthy at 3. So, if that happens and Jaden Daniels falls out of the top 3, I think there would be a bonanza, like a land rush for number 4. But we get up to 5 ahead of the Giants. I think the Giants certainly would have taken Jaden Daniels in this spot. But we are good to go, and I ain't mad at it all. So there you go. In a universe, is this likely? Unlikely? It could happen. Do I think that it's likely? Probably not. But we certainly won't look a gift like this in the mouth. There you go. So now the Vikings hang on at 23, which reportedly the Vikings want to do. And like we said, 23 is going to be a very valuable pick because you got Johnny Newton, Cooper Home, Latu, Wiggins, Kool-Aid, JPJ. They're all there just chilling. It's really tempting. It's really tempting to go a bunch of different directions in this spot. So they can hang on to the pick. Got a couple trade offers, not trading with the Packers. Ooh, Panthers. Ooh. Can we get both? A little something. Aim. Nah. We're going to stick and pick. So, Cooper could be the honey badger of the back end of that defense, as well as I think that he's a top 3 punt returner walking into the league. Johnny Newton is extremely disruptive along that defensive line. Let's see how the rest of the first round played out. Neighbors, Turner, Adunze, Harrison Jr. Oh, God. Oh, Lord, no. Bowers, Quinion, Talisa, Barton, Bo Nix with the Steelers. Spicy. Kind of like it. Anyways, so here we are. Latu, if medicals check out with Latu and the Vikings did bring him in as a 30 visit, God, he would be so fun. Like, Latu reminds me a lot of Everson. like prime Everson, just the size, just the closing speed, just the suite of pass rush moves on the outside. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. F it. F your mom. F your face. All right, so we got the quarterback. We got the edge. And like I said, drafting for need keeps you drafting for need. And now also we're in the third round. Ooh, Dorless. T'Vondre Sweat. T'Vondre is going to drop probably for a reason. I don't know. Like, also, I am concerned about T'Vondre's, like, does he love the game? I think that's a valid question at this point. Javon Baker, who they brought in for a 30 visit, is there chilling. Andrew Phillips as well. I want to get Andrew and I want to get Javon Baker. So I want to do a little bit of business, like we're wont to do. All right, so the Bears up at screw the Bears. All right, Broncos. They will not be moved. All right, the Raiders. Raiders basically just say no. Screw you. All right, fine. So in this spot, Dorless is super tempting. Dorless would be really, really good. Baker would instantly make the Vikings the best wide receiver trio in the National Football League, and it wouldn't be close. Andrew Phillips is a dog. And Gabe Murphy, who they also brought in for a 30 visit. But Andrew Phillips is an absolute dog. He reminds me a lot of Antoine Winfield Sr., and like he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's super feisty. He's super clingy in coverage too. Man. All right, let's look at the trade one more time. Like, can we do something here? All right, Commies at 78. No one's entertaining a move up. All right, so Dorless, Baker, or Andrew Phillips. I'm gonna take Andrew Phillips. Because I do what I do, baby. And also, I feel like the drop-off in cornerback level is a lot steeper than the drop-off in defensive line and wide receiver level later on in the draft. Because like I said, we didn't get Dorless, but we could take Carter in this spot. Eichberg is there. Chris Havens-Drain is there. Estime. Brownlee. All right, so could stick it. Marshawn Lloyd's a stud, too. The Raiders say one. Hey, screw you, Raiders. Screw you right in the face. All right, so, I mean, in this spot, we always seem to take Dwayne Carter. Do we go Bo Limmer? I really like Bo Limmer. And in terms of the pantheon of undersized center that can also play a little bit of guard, I feel like he handles his anchor a lot better than Bradbury. All right, so we are going to take Limmer. We have a Limmer of hope. God, I hate puns. All right, so back on the clock in 157 in the 5th round. Theo Johnson is just there chilling. Theo Johnson, physical freak. Taj Washington is a monster. Love him a lot. Let's check out the wide receivers just for schnitz. All right, so Taj, McCaffrey, Cephas later on is a guy that I really like a lot. Hayden Hatton. There you go. All right, so I think Taj is going to be it. Although it'd be really tempting to double down on the offensive line with Zinter. Just there winking at us. Dylan Lowe would be a ton of fun. James Williams as well. Nehemiah Pritchett they've done work on. Jaheim Bell, yards after catch monster, formerly at South Carolina. All right, so we are indeed going to go with Taj Washington. So in terms of adding him to the wide receiver mix, I love his verticality. I love what he brings as that niche wide receiver 3. So bring it on. Addison and Taj Washington reunited once again, and it feels so good. All right, so now, so Drake Nugent is there. And Nugent and Limmer could work together. One of them could play guard. Jordan Jefferson's a physical freak, man. Ryan Watts turned down for Watts in terms of wanting size on the outside. Jefferson's funny because Justin Jefferson's older brother is named Jordan. But also, Kamani Vidal runs hard. He is a hard-ass runner, man. Actually, you know what? Screw your mom, screw your face. We're going to be different. Vidal. Coming on in. Give it to my baby. Now, I understand it's like, well, what about need, bro? What about defensive line, bro? Yes, certainly is there. Certainly understand it. I get it. 7th round. Rasheen Ali, Tevin Wallace, Evan Anderson. Ish. The guy that we always take. No big deal. So Evan Anderson is there. And you know, screw your mom, screw your face. Gabe Hall. terms of physical upside, abso-freaking-lutely. There we go. All right, so I'm not going to lie. So we tend to go BPA on this. I think it turned out okay. All right, so again, this is our scenario from the great crimes and high treason of the Atlanta Falcons PR team, talking with Kurt before, a.k.a. the Tin Pot Waffle House dictator. So the Vikings in this spot get 8 for 11 and also 74 for 129. I think that's a good bit of business, and we thank you for that. So Jane Daniels falls out of the top 3. The Vikings get him at 5. We'll take it. Latu at 23. I like Latu. And again, medicals check out. If he's good to go, I think he could be a dominant force on the edge. And yes, the Vikings spent a lot in free agency on the edge, but Grenard is going to be there, as well as Van Ginkel can play a little bit off ball. Love his versatility, so they can find ways to get all these guys on the field. Andrew Phillips, super feisty cornerback in the 3rd round. I know that he's one of Dane Brugler's crushes as well. So the Vikings with that extra getting back in the 3rd round because of the Kurt tampering, we'll take it. Bo Limmer along the offensive line. I think that he will be the heir apparent to Garrett Bradbury whenever they move on. Taj Washington is a beautiful vertical threat wide receiver 3 to go with Jefferson and Addison. Kamani Vidal runs hard. He's a tough ass runner. Love him coming out of Troy. I think that he'd be a great addition to the corner to the wide receiver. Let's try that again. Running back room. There we go. And then lastly, so yes, we did not address defensive line per se, although Latu is a fantastic setting the edge. Also, I think Latu could play a little bit of 4-tech, 5-tech, but it's getting into the weeds. But we just doubled down on 2 of our favorite defensive linemen. Now, will they be available in the 7th? Who knows? But Gabe Hall, super freak upside, as well as Evan Anderson, pass rushing nose tackle, slimmed down a little bit, did great during the draft season stuff. So Vikings able to suture things up in that 7th round and get 2 guys that could certainly make the roster and could certainly make a rotational impact going forward. But crown jewel is Jaden, and hey, it's been real, it's been fun, and also he helped us get Jaden Daniels. We'll take that. There you go. Anyways, that's it. Vikings mock draft tampering edition. Let us know. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.